Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Welcome back to some more Pac-Man to 1K. I've got the coffee here, so we're going to have a chill time tonight. This is the deck list that we're going to be playing. I just made one change. Decided to take out the needle ceiling from the main. We didn't really get to see it last time, from what I remember. But yeah, we're taking out the needle ceiling. We're adding in a third wave motion cannon. Wanted to give this card a shot at 3 again, but yeah, that's what we're going with. Our ELO, we are currently at 140, so let's, we are way away from 1,000, but yeah, let's get into it. All right, we've got our first match here. Just confirm, yep, we are at 140, opponent's at 153 with only 6 experience, which is actually more than us on this account. All right, paper gang it up, very nice, very nice. All right, let's see what we've got. Well, here we go. We've got our hand. Well, we'll start on Pot of Greed. I want to get to one of the Q&A questions that I got, or I guess one of the Q's, and then I can provide the A. Provide thine A. All right. Yeah, here I think this is pretty easy. We're just going to set Golem Sentry. I'm going to play out both wave motion cannons. And I think I'm actually just going to pass the turn. I don't feel the need to play more into heavy than that. But I definitely want to get both of these out on turn 1. Like, Golem Sentry is big enough to survive most things. So yeah, we'll just pass the turn. And while the opponent is waiting, our first question, Cornstruct, asks, what are you doing for work? Well, the answer is I don't actually have a job right now. That's one of the reasons why I'm able to consistently upload. Currently, I left my job at the very end of October in 2024 for several reasons. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. And then after Dad died in November, I've just been up here staying with Mom and helping out. So, you know, kind of timing worked out and all that good stuff, and I've just been helping Mom. Looking for a job right now, but I had saved up, you know, quite a bit of money. I can actually afford to take a little bit of time off, so not too worried about it. I'll find something eventually. I was working at a specialty pharmacy though. We sent out medication for free to patients on patient assistance programs, so that was pretty cool. If you are from a country that is not America, you may not understand why we have to have so many things to help out people for healthcare reasons. But, you know, we're not going to get into any of that as far as like the political side of things. Here we are. The opponent has a Dual-Wielding on the field. Our Golem Sentry was taken from us with a Nobleman of Crossout, and one of our L Labs is gone. But it appears, I don't know, the opponent could still have Heavy Storm. They didn't set anything behind this Dual-Wielding. Do I want to play a level limit? I mean, it would be pretty fantastic against Warriors, right? Maybe they're just, maybe they just got like a monster heavy hand. I'll play out the level limit, sure. If the opponent has Heavy Storm, good for them. If they don't, they could be in some trouble fairly quickly. Because we've got another Golem Sentry. Golem Sentry can't attack. But, you know, it's fine. You can make the argument that I want to set Book of Moon or Nightmare Wheel to also deal with level 2. But I think I'm just going to wait on that. I don't want to play... Like, I need some sort of answer if the opponent does have a Heavy Storm. And my Heavy Storm senses are tingling just a little bit. Now they're not. I don't think the opponent has Heavy Storm at all. But we are 2 turns away from going full 8,000 mode with the wave motion cannon here. So let's flip up Golem Sentry. I'll send this monster back to my opponent's hand. And I will reset the Golem Sentry and pass the turn. We've got a Typer from the opponent. It appeared they were typing, now they're not. Any Heavy Storm dodges for a couple of turns? Just 2. That's all I need. And this was one of them. So now I just need to dodge Heavy Storm one more turn. Oh, Solemn Judgment? What a draw. What a draw. All right. I'll put the counters on the wave motion cannons. Now I don't really care about torrential tribute. I'm just gonna flip up the Golem Sentry, send this face down monster back to hand one more time. I actually really like the Gale the Black Whirlwind sleeves the opponent's got going here. And let's see, now I will set Solemn Judgment and I will set Nightmare Wheel, I guess. And pass the turn. And so now the opponent have Jar of Greed, cool. That's not an MST. The opponent needs heavy plus another answer like an MST or something for a wave motion cannon, or they're just gonna die. they're gonna die. All right. So we get a first match win with wave motion cannon going here. Looks like Warriors, smells like Warriors, probably Warriors. I do like Wall of Revealing Light in this matchup. I like Curse of Royal. Needle Sealing's okay. I like Tribe. Breaker's all right. I'm not like super into that. You can make a case for Divine Wrath because like the only cards you care about against Warriors are BLS and level 2. Divine Wrath does take care of level 2, I think. Yeah, I was citing it in at the last GGP, so let's see if we bring that in again. We get rid of Nox. Those aren't great. We can get rid of Stealth Bird, and all these other cards are like totally fine. So I'm actually just going to get rid of a wave motion cannon. The burn package isn't quite as good against the aggressive decks, like the straight up burn cards, like Stealth Bird and wave motion cannon. So I tend to shy away from those. This hand's pretty good. We've got some interaction. We've got a Pac-Man monster. We've got a Call of the Haunted if our Scarabs goes to the graveyard. The only thing we're missing is an answer to Heavy Storm. That happens a lot with Pac-Man, right? That's all you're missing. Delinquent Duo from the opponent, no bueno. Okay, Nightmare Wheel going to the graveyard. That's fine. I think I'm actually just going to get rid of Call of the Haunted. Yeah, I think it's the weakest card in the hand. Call of the Haunted is one of the weakest cards in the deck, but I do think it is pretty good. All right, back row from the opponent, and a Breaker. Okay. Yeah, put the counter on the Breaker. That's annoying. It is annoying. No! Alright. I understand. We'll lose our Swarm of Scarabs. It's fine. I mean, I'm not really going to get to play around the Breaker, right? Yeah, let's just set everything and hope it works out. We could be at the mercy of Heavy Storm here for sure. Ah, I see. They're trying to bait out the Gravity Bind. This is annoying. And take the 1900. It's fine. We can use life total a little bit. And wall. Okay. Well, now I'm not as worried about the Breaker. Let's just set this wall. Maybe it ends up being, pay 3,000 to, quit Yu-Gi-Oh! It looked like the opponent drew 2 from the Jar of Greed, but they just hit they hit the start turn, and I didn't see the thing disappear. So I was like, draw 2 off a Jar of Greed. That's the only Pot of Greed. How good would Jar of Greed be if it let you draw 2 cards? Obviously busted, right? Even with that's a rhetorical question. Obviously, if Jar of Greed read draw 2 cards, every deck would play 1 Pot of Greed and 3 Jar of Greed. Uh-oh. All right, we lose the Judgment. Yep, into Heavy Storm. Okay, I mean, we're just going to lose the game. That's fine. Opponent popped the right card with the Breaker. Unfortunate. Ring of Destruction. Okay, I mean, that's an answer to Breaker, but... And the opponent did discard Sasuke, so this is like Chaos Warriors? Okay, glad I brought in the Divine Wrath. Yeah, I'm just going to ring up here. Hopefully stop taking damage. Maybe I can draw into an L-Lab or another Gravity Bind, something like that. And start the turn. Oh, well, hello? Hello, Mr. Morphing Jar? Alright. Get on in there in defensive position. Knock, yeah. Kind of thought that might be coming. That's okay. Lose our Morphing Jar, no big deal. Big deal, but... You know, well, we'll live. And here comes a good old Chaos Sorcerer, sure. And a Sangan that's going to finish us off. Alright, we'll go to game 3. See if we can pick this up. So now, knowing that it is Chaos Warrior for sure, do you want to make any changes? I don't really think so. I think we're fine right where we are. I don't really think I want the mind controls, stealth bird. Yeah, let's just run it back. Hopefully, you know, our opponent doesn't snipe our Solemn Judgment and then drop a Heavy Storm on us, right? All right. And while we're waiting on the opponent to finish up sideboarding, we got 2 more questions from the Q&A, and as you know, as always in these videos, I said it like I think late in the last video, so not everybody may have picked up on it. But doing a little bit of a Q&A in these. I may have to record some of these, you know, a little bit ahead of time. So if you put the question down in the comments and I don't get to it in the next video, I will get to it eventually. Yeah, I'm just going to lead on Golem Sentry. And I'm just going to play the L-Lab, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. If the opponent sets a monster, of course, we have the Golem Sentry to deal with that. And we'll pass the turn. Yeah, while the opponent's thinking, Professor Viral said, what's your favorite monster in the game and why? Well, my alt's name is Troll Mole, and that is Neospacian Grand Mole. So that's up there. I really like Thunder King Ryo just because of the art. I think the secret rare card is absolutely beautiful. I think Malefic Stardust Dragon has one of the best arts in the game, so I like that card as well. Obviously, I'm very partial to Des Lakuta, Rescue Cat. I'm not really sure if I have a favorite. Morphing Jar is actually really up there on the list. I used to play a lot of Empty Jar back in the day. So I'm not sure I can really narrow it down to one, but I think that's a good amount of cards to narrow it down to. I think Injection Fairy Lily's up there as well. Yeah, Reaper getting it under the knock. Okay. Punish for not setting Nightmare Will, I guess. All right, we're rolling for Reaper. We get rid of the Tribe. That's not really that big of a deal. We know they've got 2 Thunder Dragons over there and then 3 others. Okay. Swarm of Scarabs. That's a good one. I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to set Nightmare Wheel. I'll set the Swarm, and I'll pass the turn. Nightmare Wheel, of course, can take out the Spirit Reaper. Jar of Greed's fine. I don't know why everyone always activates Jar of Greed on the end phase like that. I don't know. Like, I'm clearly not playing Decree. But I'm a big fan of holding Jar of Greed and being a little disciplined with it, trying to extract some more value if I can, especially if I don't need a card. But, like, you should at least take your draw step, right? All right, opponent gets level 2, which could be a problem if this Nightmare Wheel doesn't work out for us. But hopefully it does. Nightmare Wheel up the dude. What say you, opponent? We're going to main phase 2. Let's go. All right. Divine Wrath? Okay. So this makes me definitely just kill the Spirit Reaper here. Opponent's going to take 500. Cool. Yeah, let's flip up Swarm of Scarabs. Take out the Spirit Reaper here. And reset the boy. And I'm going to set Des Lakuta. Yeah, I guess I set the Divine Wrath. The opponent clearly doesn't have Heavy Storm. And I want this just in case, you know, the opponent draws MST or Breaker or something and they're able to take care of the Nightmare Wheel, then I can at least take care of the level 2. I really don't want to discard the Morphing Jar, but I will if I have to. Alright, face down monster, I don't care about that. Very nice. Yes, yes. Solemn Judgment. Okay. Nightmare Wheel, burn you again. Now we flip up the Lakuta first. The opponent has Torrential, they have Torrential. We'll get our draw, we'll set Morphing Jar, we'll go on our merry way. Alright. Flip up the Kuhbs, Camel time. Alright. Draw our card. Medusa Worm, that's not a bad one either, really. Yeah, let's reset the Lakuta. And flip up Swarm of Scarabs. Take out this face down monster. Sangant, that's fine, whatever. Get your Sangantha search, no big deal. Exiled Force. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. I don't think I'm going to Divine Wrath that. I don't really need the Lakuta, and that's assuming they go after the Lakuta. I'm just going to set Medusa Worm. Yeah, set Medusa Worm, set Solemn Judgment. I think we're in a totally fine position here. Again, I don't really want to discard the Morphing Jar, but if I have to, it's not really that big of a deal. Exiled Force, yep, it's fine. We'll see what they go after. I'd imagine, oh, they're going to go after the Scarabs? Yeah, that's that's perfectly fine. That's why we've got Medusa Worm. Scarabs number 4. All right, start the turn. Ooh, Call the Haunted? Call's not bad either. We're just drawing all the good cards here. Love to see it. Let's deal 500 points of damage to our opponent. It'd be very pog. All right, flip up Lakuta. Get our draws going. Magic Jammer's not bad either. I definitely don't want to attack with Lakuta. I mean, at this point, I could just let the Nightmare Wheel chill, but I kind of don't want to. Yeah, let's flip up Medusa Worm. Let's just go ahead and take out the level 2. Now I don't really have to worry about an MST, like, at all. Freeze up a spot on our back row as well. And I'm just going to get in. Mirror Force. Okay, that's fine. We lose the Medusa Worm, no big deal. We've got to Call the Haunted. And yeah, I'll set the Magic Jammer. Because now if the opponent heavies, I can just Magic Jammer, take care of that. Oh, a little in-step Dust Tornado action here. Do I care about the Dust Tornado? It's probably fine, right? Yeah, we'll let the level limit go. The opponent has 2 Thunder Dragons, and they've got like 2 other cards in hand. If they play out a monster, it's whatever. We can eventually set this Morphing Jar, probably get into another Floodgate from there. Tomato. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go. We'll lose our Des Lakuta. It's not really that big of a deal. I'm just gonna be stingy with the Solemn Judgment. And we'll get back the Swarm of Scarabs with our Call of the Haunted. Very pog. Okay. I've been saying that way too much. All right, we draw a Gravity Bind, so paid off for the patience here. Yeah, let's just set the boys. Flip them on back up. Get rid of this Mystic Tomato. Call stays. Yep, call stays on the field. The monster's not destroyed. Actually, that's one of the biggest downsides of this card. But yeah, I'm just going to get on in there with Swarm of Scarabs. Very nice. We get the attack in, set Morphing Jar, set Gravity Bind, and pass the turn. I think we're doing all right here. Again, opponent with 2 copies of Thunder Dragon in hand. Graceful Charity. It's fine. I am like shields down on Divine Wrath and Magic Jammer for a turn, but I do have the Solemn Judgment, so I think that's fine. Not super worried. Double Trap Dust Shoot. Okay, so we still know about 2 dead Thunder Dragons in hand. No, but we do have a BLS. Okay. Let the opponent banish their cards, and then I will proceed to Solemn Judgment phase. To get that out of here, please. If the opponent has a Chaos Sorcerer, they can follow up. That's fine with me, but they do not. Let's see. Mirror Force is gone. Torrential is still live. So, okay. I don't feel the need to flip up Morphing Jar. I'm actually just going to attack with Swarm of Scarabs, then I'm going to pass the turn. Well, I'm going to reset the Swarm of Scarabs, and then I'll pass the turn. Yeah, so let's set the boys, and now we've got Divine Wrath plus Magic Jammer up. That sounds pretty good. If we don't have to use either of them, obviously we have this other Swarm of Scarabs going here, which is pretty good. Heavy Storm. Nope. No thank you. I'll Magic Jammer that. Rhoda. Rhoda's fine. Do you have a second level 2 in the deck? Second level 2 would be pretty good here. Sasuke, that's fine. We got a Gravity Bind for that. No big deal. We'll go ahead and flip this Gravity Bind. We got 2 Thunder Dragons in hand, so if this is an MST, you know, that would have worked out there, but I'm not really sure what this is. I do know I'm going to flip Swarm of Scarabs, take out this Sasuke, and then I will attack. And I'm definitely not going to draw my opponent into 5 cards here. That seems like a terrible idea, but while we're kind of in autopilot mode, we got one more question from the Q&A. Andal the Vandal, I love that name, says, any dream YouTuber / series you'd love to collaborate on? Doesn't have to be Yu-Gi-Oh. That's a good question. Doesn't have to be Yu-Gi-Oh. It'd probably be a food channel. I watch a lot of Andy Cook's Binging with Babish. Josh Weissman, though, less so now. His content has gotten a little bit more away from like the actual cooking and more to just entertainment value, which is totally fine. I still like that content as well, but Babish would be a really good one. Yu-Gi-Oh wise, I mean, I've already been on Ruxin's channel, which is incredible opportunity. I honestly don't watch a whole lot of other Yu-Gi-Oh content. Uh-oh. Torrential? No? Just attacking. Okay. Sure, we'll flip up the Swarm. I wonder if they've got like a Smashing Ground or something to deal with this. Or, I mean, attacking is totally fine as well. They take 700, but just getting the thing face up sometimes helps out. L-Lab. Okay. Well, I mean, we've got all the floodgates in the world. Back to the question. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh content, so I'm not really sure if that would be something I'd be super interested in. Maybe I would like to do a vintage cube draft with LSV on his Magic the Gathering channel. I still watch all of his videos every single day without fail, all the way through. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it as far as like dream YouTube channels I'd like to collab with. Raigeki Break. Okay. Going after the Gravity Bind, that's fine with me. There's more where that came from, opponent. I do like Simo's series with like what he does with CGB and Rarin, and he's done it with Voxy. He did it with LSV, actually. That would be cool, but like, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so I clearly wouldn't get to be on that. I feel like I would like I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of MBT. I like MBT, like from the content that I've seen. I kind of like him as a person, or at least I like his energy and what he gives off. I don't know how he is as a person, I guess, but yeah, maybe something along those lines. If we're talking Yu-Gi-Oh, but I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to to narrate in this game. I'm sorry, people that are like, I know someone commented before, and they're like, "Hey, I really like your videos, because I can like I'm at work and I can't watch all of it, but I can kind of follow along." So I'm sure you all don't enjoy question and answer stuff, but you know, maybe do. Maybe you actually just like sitting here listening to someone, you know, talk, and you need to learn more about them. I love learning about people. That's one of my favorite things, really. Learning about people, people watching is kind of fun. Stuff like that. But all right, we're gonna take it down. We're gonna take it down here. Let's get this updated. We're at 159. Okay. Boom. Oh, you can actually see like a reasonable uptick in the Pac-Man here. We are moving up in the world. Yeah, we're 3-0. Let's get this fourth one going. All right, new match, new me. Who dis? I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys are too. I'd say it's nice to be able to just kind of be like, you know, just be laid back, kind of chill. The content is what it is. The hands be what they are too, and this hand is busted. Good old start on duo. We've got a graceful here. Mirror Force, all right. So really what I'm looking for is Solemn Judgment and a monster that would just kind of complete this. But we will just go ahead and lead on Delinquent Duo here. All the questions are out of the way for the Q&A, so for those of you bored by that, don't have to worry anymore. Get this knock out of our opponent's hand, which could be pretty good. Always love seeing a knock go from a duo. And just getting rid of a Knight Assailant, okay. With no other flip effect. Let's go Graceful Charity. Come on, Solemn Judgment. Oh, God. Oh, another Judgment? Oh, this is just cracked. What could my opponent have? Like, it could be a Moth, it could be a Deco, or anything like that. I'm just going to get rid of Book of Moon. I think I want to keep this Wave Motion Cannon around, but also Ring of Destruction looking pretty juicy here. Yeah, maybe I need an extra protection spell here. So let's just get rid of the Wave Motion Cannon. I don't often do that. I love having Wave Motion Cannon in my opener. But I think Ring's going to deal extra damage too, right? And now we'll just pass the turn. Hopefully it's not a Knight Assailant. That would be a little annoying. I'm not going to Solemn Judgment it if it is. But... oh, Spy? Yeah, I don't care about Spy too much. See if our opponent attacks with both. Looks like they are. Cool. No. Okay. Put it in defense. You got it. Getting on in there. Yeah, I'll just ring the Spy. We can take out the other with the Swarm of Scarabs. No light in our opponent's graveyard yet, which is pretty nice. So it looks like we might be playing against Turbo here. Swords is quite good. Well, that's okay. I'm not going to play it yet. I'm just going to get rid of the Spy. We're going to attack in with the Swarm of Scarabs. I don't really respect Sakuretsu armor from the Chaos decks. And if they have exactly Mirror Force, you know, cool. All right, we'll set the Swarm. Easiest way to lose to Chaos Turbos to allow them to go, you know, super long, dig through a whole bunch of their deck, and get to a BLS, though we do have BLS protection. We got double Solemn Judgment back here. But, yeah, you definitely want to clock them as much as possible. Would have been nice to keep that Wave Motion Cannon around, but I think second Solemn Judgment's probably just better. Dedemus Warrior Lady. Okay. We got Chaos Warriors again? I'm just going to hit that up with a Mirror Force. Now there is a light in the graveyard. Okay. Knock is Not great. The opponent's not going to set a monster into a swarm of scarabs. That's for sure. But I'm still going to flip the boys and attack. And then I probably am going to play down the swords. Then the opponent, you know, faces the choice of sit here and do nothing or set monsters into the swarm of scarabs. I'm going to leave the knock in hand. If the opponent draws a duo, that's fine. I'll allow them to 1-for-1 take 1,000 points of damage. I'm going to Solemn the Breaker. That's why we have 2 of these sitting around. Now I've got a Solemn for other things. Oh, Sangantha? Don't mind if I do. Alright. Flip the boys. Summon Sangan. If the opponent has... Oh, Torrential. Okay. Couldn't have played around that one. I was going to say, if the opponent has Mirror Force, that's fine. I'm actually just going to go get Deslakuta now, I think. Could get Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar's pretty hot. We don't have a lot of protection. Yeah, I'll go grab the Morphing Jar. Why not? And pass the turn. Get swords to protect it, so... Yep, alright. And with the Swarm of Scarabs gone, our opponent is into setting monsters, which is going to be good for our knock here. Alright, another Swarm's not bad. I think I will just set the Morphing Jar here, though. Go ahead and knock this monster. Dekoichi. Cool. I don't have any of those. Yeah, okay, we do have a light in the graveyard for the opponent. But if our opponent summons BLS, obviously we're just going to get it out of here. And let's just set the Morphing Jar. Pass on over the turn. Our opponent has no extra deck, so I feel like I need to... I feel like I need to be, like, petty and point that out. That gives us an advantage. Book of Moon. Alright, that's solid. Do we care if that's a moth? Not really. Let's just set Swarm, set Book of Moon, and flip up the boy. Alright, opponent loses a Sangan. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Morphing Jar. I'll take it. Let's play out this level limit. And play the Wave Motion Cannon, set the Magic Jammer. We did summon already. So I'm just going to attack? No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to... That could be third spy, potentially. Yeah, no reason to attack. We'll just pass the turn. If the opponent has Heavy Storm, now we have a Magic Jammer for that. The only question is, what do we ditch? Knock is fine. I'm not going to Magic Jammer that. We lose our Swarm of Scarabs. That's not really that big of a deal. I think we probably just get rid of the Stealth Bird, ride Deslakuta to a victory. The Stealth Bird does kill pretty quickly with the Wave Motion Cannon, though. Yeah, Pot of Greed is fine. Opponent digging. We've got... Oh, we haven't seen the ring from the opponent yet. That could be problematic, but we do have Book of Moon as an answer to that potentially at some point. But we've got this Solemn Judgment pretty much trained on a BLS. Magic Jammer for Heavy Storm. Snatch Seal. I think we're just going to Book of Moon it. Interesting. His opponent over there playing like Sacred Phoenix or something. Alright, see a set monster. Maybe we get to like just plus like hard off of the Morphing Jar now. Chaos monster coming down. Chaos Sorcerer. That's fine. I will allow that. Alright, I guess we're not going to plus very hard off of the Morphing Jar, are we? That's okay. Oh, Swarm. Okay. I think I like Swarm of Scarabs more than any of these other guys. Deslakoot is pretty nice, but Swarm of Scarabs just start like picking at the field. Makes sense to me. Lakuta is really good though. Lakuta can draw us into like another Solemn Judgment or something like that. Stealth, I mean, this is a tough decision. All of these are really good for different reasons. The opponent's already got such a big board presence though. The Dekoichis are gone. 2 spies are gone. There could be a Night Assailant. I don't know. I'm just gonna set Lakuta. When in doubt, play your best monster, I guess. The best card in our deck. Sure. Opponent doesn't have another light in the graveyard, which is worth noting. MST, okay. The Magic Jammer? Alright. Well, now I don't have to worry about maybe Magic Jammering that MST on our level limit. Imagine... Ooh, Moth. Okay. I don't want to put a light in the graveyard, so I'm not gonna... Solemn Judgment the Moth. I may Solemn this MST, though. If it goes after level limit. We lose to Ring if that's the case. Probably gonna lose either way to Ring. Set monster, okay. How about you pass the turn? Don't play the MST yet. You don't have to. No? Not set a monster? It was clearly not a misclick. But whatever. Oh, Tsukuyomi? Maybe it was a misclick. I don't have anything to deal with that, is the thing. I don't think I can Solemn Judgment here. I know I'm going to get yelled at for letting the Suk Moth loop keep going, but I think I just have to for a turn. No MST this turn. Great. Fantastic. Oh, now I've got another level limit? Okay. Okay. All right, we're in business. Well, actually, I have Morphing Jar to kill that loop, don't I? All right. I'm going to set Swarm of Scarabs, and I'll play my other level limit. And yeah, I'll flip Morphing Jar. Okay, so opponent discards Night Assailant Tsukuyomi, so we know this is the MST right here. We draw into a Nobleman of Crossout, which is excellent. We did just set the Scarabs. So let's knock the Moth. And we're gonna... We drew our opponent into a heavy storm. I mean, we're just gonna die to Ring, right? That's just kind of how it is. Oh, wait, I have Deslakuta I haven't flipped up yet. Okay. Get another draw. Maybe we get another Judgment. Oh, Pot of Greed. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Any third Judgments? No. Unfortunate. Guess I'll set Nightmare Wheel. Reset Lakuta. And yep, pass the turn. We're gonna Dust Shoot on the end. Okay. Here you go. Have at it. What do you want? I imagine Lakuta's going back. What's weird is, like, we're losing the deck out. We're sending a Golem Sentry back? Okay. Sure. I guess that's a worse draw, but, like... Yeah, now we're going to take out the Wave Motion Cannon. That's fine with me. I'll try to find a different way to win this game. I wish I still had my stealth bird. Maybe I was supposed to play out the stealth bird whenever I played the Lakuta. I don't know. That was a tough decision, but the opponent would be lower on life by 1,000. Wouldn't be making a huge difference here, but hopefully the opponent just doesn't have heavy storm yet. You know? That'd be pretty cool. Grab some more coffee. Okay, we're gonna activate the Sork. Mm-hmm. Get rid of Morphing Jar, it's fine. So the opponent... Well, I need to check the log. I wasn't paying attention whenever I did the Morphing Jar play. I don't think my opponent got a card back from the Knight Assailant. No, I guess they didn't. We'll just we'll just rewind here. I mean, it's totally fine if you want to get one, but... Okay. Do I want a Nightmare Wheel here? I probably do. Try to get some damage going. Nightmare Wheel, this new set. So... Sorry about that, everyone, on the Knight Assailant. I offered for my opponent to get a card back. I've done that a few times while resolving Morphing Jar. Sometimes you just, you know, trying to resolve your card, forget about something. Sorry about that. Clearly not trying to cheat over here. There's the other Solemn Judgment. We have done it. Okay. So let's set Lakuta, and then we'll flip up Swarm of Scarabs. And I'm just going to take out the face down, I think. The opponent has all Darks Engrave. I'm just going to take out the Sork. Get that out of here. I'll reset this, and I think... I mean, I know I'm going to set the other Solemn Judgment here. I can clear up a room for Nightmare Wheel. Yeah, let's just set the Golem Sentry so I can start attacking. Yeah, and then I'll set the other Solemn Judgment. So now, basically, Solemn Judgment needs to be for Heavy Storm and BLS. Or Heavy Storm and Ring. Man, we don't have an answer to BLS either. Well, yeah, we do. We kind of do. So I guess we actually let the BLS go through so we don't lose to Ring of Destruction, right? I also have to watch my Des Lakuta draws now. We're at that point of the game. I guess I could just let my Nightmare Wheels, like, go forever, right? Okay. Oops. For some reason I was thinking it was a Nightmare Wheel. My bad. But we'll deal 500 points of damage to the opponent. I will... Now let's just flip up Golem Sentry. Send this back. Is this game 1? I feel like this is game 1. I think this is game 1. Oh boy. Alright, send that back. We have not seen Mirror Force, so there's probably a Mirror Force over there. That's fine. Flip up Swarm of Scarabs, take this monster out. We have all kinds of Nightmare Wheels still going, so it's fine. Let's try to attack. I would like to get to a wave motion cannon. We've only got one more. So let's just reset everything, and I'm just going to set another Nightmare Wheel. And I'm not going to set the Lakuta. I'm just going to pass the turn. At some point, maybe we can get in some attack. Use Solemn Judgment to protect against the Mirror Force or whatever. Because we're losing the deck outrace. Oh, Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Okay. We're doing this in main phase. Interesting. Target? Okay. We are still losing the deck outrace, but by less now. Okay. Lots of set cards. I don't have to think. Card destruction. Okay. All right. Magic Cylinder. Not doing it. Opponent still hasn't seen their Heavy Storm. But now, now we're losing the deck outrace again. Oh, there's the Heavy Storm. Okay. No, thank you. I'd like to pay half of my life points, please. Oh, they have a Solemn Judgment of their own? Okay. Well, I mean, we're just gonna lose then. I do have to counter back with Solemn Judgment. But I imagine we're gonna lose to a ring at some point here. We don't even have, like, lethal between these three attackers if I activate my Nightmare Wheel to deal some extra damage. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, here comes Big BLS. Oh, do we still know about the MST here? Oh, Chaos Sorcerer? I don't care about that one. That's fine. We banished... We banished the tribe rather than a dark. Gotta get rid of a dark, opponent. Is this... I don't see the MST. Am I thinking of a different game? No, there... Oh, there's the MST. I just missed it. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure the opponent doesn't still have the MST set, right? Well, let's... We might be okay here. So let's just... Yeah, we'll flip up our Swarm. Take out this Chaos Sorcerer. And... Am I going to attack into... I don't think I need to attack into Mirror Force now. I'm just going to attack for 500. Now that I have this Wave Motion Cannon. MST is gone. How many Raigeki Breaks are gone? Just one Phoenix Wing Wind Blast? Okay. I'm going to set Magic Cylinder. I'm going to activate Wave Motion Cannon. And I will reset Swarm, set Golem Sentry, and then I'll pass the turn. And we're going to hope we don't die to ring here, I guess. We're 2 turns away from killing with Wave Motion Cannon. We're 1 turn away from killing with Wave Motion Cannon with Nightmare Wheel. So, like, if our opponent sets a monster, summons a monster, we can Nightmare Wheel it. Deal some damage. Forgot it standby. It's fine. Get your Serpent back. Whatever. I'm not... I'm not going to sit here and shark the opponent, especially... and that's not really sharking. They literally admitted they forgot. But they didn't get a card back from the Night Assailant, so... Not that I think that card from the Night Assailant would have mattered, necessarily. But, you know, it's something, I guess. Okay. Call of the Haunted. I don't know how much that helps. Put a counter on this Wave Motion Cannon. Flip up Swarm of Scarabs. Yep. And try to get in there. One more time. Mirror Force. Okay. Now the Mirror Force comes down. Alright, we lose our Swarm of Scarabs. It's not really that big of a deal. I imagine the opponent... Well, I mean, they have to have an answer to Wave Motion Cannon, right? Or they just die? Okay. I don't really want to set Lakuta. I could just summon it. But I can do that next turn as well, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the turn and hope Wave Motion Cannon kills next turn. We got... Alright, we've got a face down. I wish there was a way we could, like, put cards back in our opponent's deck. That'd be pretty sweet, right? Alright, start the turn. In draw phase, I will activate Nightmare Wheel, targeting here. Yeah, our opponent kills our Wave Motion Cannon. Kind of saw that coming. We don't have enough turns for Nightmare Wheel. Unfortunate. Right? We're just going to lose now? Oh, wait, Call of the Haunted. Call of the Haunted can definitely help here. Yeah, so let's set Call. And... yeah. Pass the turn. Oh, wait, we haven't seen our Ceasefire either, have we? No, we have not. Okay. I could have thought of that as well. Okay, big boy BLS coming down. Yeah, big boy BLS coming down. That's fine. Are we thinking about getting rid of our own monster here? So what I'm gonna... yeah, we are? No, okay. All right, we get rid of the Golem Sentry. Well, now I'm locked on this stupid Nightmare Wheel, so I can't... oh, no. I shouldn't have set the Call. I'm going to lose because I set the Call of the Haunted. No, we're fine. Activate Call. Target Swarm of Scarabs. We're fine, we're fine. Opponent can't use Phoenix Wing Wind Blast or anything like that. Evan, I have a Stealth Bird. I have a stupid Stealth Bird in the graveyard. I'm trying to throw this game. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. There's the Ceasefire. I guess if the opponent has Ring, then I lose the Call, and then I still get to Ceasefire. I don't know. Let's just set the Swarm of Scarabs. Flip it back up. Get rid of this face down monster. Alright, we lose the Nightmare Wheel. We set Ceasefire. We set another monster. We pass the turn. Ring of Destruction is fine. Oh, we're going to draw the game? I guess the opponent... okay, the opponent could have done that either way, right? So, like, it didn't matter if I got back the Stealth Bird? Okay. Alright, well... Ring's going to draw the game. I completely forgot about the Ceasefire. So, yeah, I mean, I probably could have played that very differently there down the stretch. But we know we're against Chaos Turbo, so let's bring in the Mind Controls. We'll bring in the Divine Wrath. I like the Curse of Royal as well. And I think that's just about it. We're already, like, a little pre-sided for Turbo, so let's get rid of Magic Cylinder. I think we can actually cut a Gravity Bind here. Maybe just cut both Gravity Binds, and we'll just cut the Call of the Haunted. I think that's fine. Hell of a game one. I probably should have kept drawing to... I probably should have kept drawing with the Lakuta just to get to my Ceasefire. But I honestly just forgot about it, so that's on me. But I mean, hey, we get a draw in game one against Chaos Turbo, so maybe we can. It's for the content. All right, Delinquent Duo, getting rid of our knock. That's kind of rude. Yeah, let's just get rid of swords, I guess. Sure. Pot of Greed and Morphing Jar can help us come back from a knock, so definitely not getting rid of either one of those. And Nightmare Wheel, I think, just a tad bit better here. Especially if our opponent sets a monster. If it's like a Night Assailant or something, then we can protect our Morphing Jar. Ooh. That's kind of rude. We lose our Morphing Jar. It's fine. We got Pot of Greed. We've got Mind Control if we want to. I don't think I'm going to throw off Mind Control. It could be a Moth. The opponent could have gone like turn 1 duo set Moth. Try to get a cheeky little win that way. A Medusa Worm and a... We redrew the Morphing Jar? Okay. I don't think it's Moth. But with the Medusa Worm here... Yeah, I'll go ahead and Mind Control it. Because I don't really want a Nightmare Wheel and then have Medusa Worm just kill that. So yeah, definitely. Definitely happy about getting a draw out of my opponent's deco. That's pretty nice. I set Nightmare Wheel, set Ceasefire, and yeah, I'll set the Medusa Worm. You can have the deco back. I will Nightmare Wheel it to keep my Medusa Worm around. If the opponent has a knock here, yeah, I'd rather Ceasefire with my Medusa Worm around rather than with Morphing Jar, because Morphing Jar obviously can draw me more cards, and it doesn't do anything with Ceasefire. Take another 500, please. Alright, I'm going to Nightmare Wheel this deco, so I can keep my Medusa Worm around. Opponent sets a monster, I will kill that with Medusa Worm. Oh, Stealth Bird? Okay. We'll declare the effect of Nightmare Wheel. Take another 500. Did you? Oh, I didn't see. Alright, opponent did take the damage. Alright, let's flip Medusa Worm on down. And we'll flip it back up. Take out this face down monster. Spy, okay, sure. Interesting setting the Spy into a known Medusa Worm, but alright. You do you. We take those over here. Alright, a Summon Spy. Sure. We lose the Medusa Worm. That's fine. We've got this Stealth Bird with a Nightmare Wheel and a Golem Sentry. Okay. Love the Golem Sentry. Yeah. Let's flip up the bird. And reset it, and then we will set the Golem Sentry, and we'll pass the turn. MST the Nightmare Wheel? Okay, that's fine. I don't need the Nightmare Wheel anymore. You can't get over either of these monsters. Yay! Take 600, please. What a game. And like at this point, I don't even want to set Morphing Jar. Alright, yeah, take another 300, please. This does keep me from, like, reflipping the dudes, but... Oh, Book of Moon? Now it kind of doesn't. Funny. Yeah, I'll reset Golem Sentry. And I'll reset... Yeah, you know what? There's no need for me to reflip. I'm just going to set the Book of Moon and pass. My opponent has to keep attacking the Stealth Bird, so like it's going to keep doing at least 300 points of damage every turn. Breaker. Breaker's fine. If they attack with the Breaker, yeah, I guess they are. Okay. I'll Book of Moon the Breaker. Alright, now Breaker can't get over either of these? Yeah, you're going to say you still have to attack it. You don't have to attack the Golem Sentry here. The best it's gonna do, yeah. I'm gonna say the best it's gonna do is just like bounce your Spy back to hand. Nightmare Wheel's a good draw. Okay. think I will just send the spy back. Yeah, reset Golem Sentry, reset Stealth Bird, set Nightmare Wheel, pass the turn. Still don't feel the need to set Morphing Jar and just draw my opponent into more resources. Ugh. Yeah. Graceful's pretty good here. Hopefully it doesn't get our opponent into BLS. BLS would be a disaster. And there's Dark Light. Okay, well. Rip me for sending the spy back to hand, I guess. Please just be Chaos Sorcerer. That's BLS. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Please attack. There's no way you make that attack, right? You gotta banish the Golem Sentry. Oh, we're gonna attack with it? Nope. Don't think so. Did you draw an MST? Or is this a way to deal with it? Because I'm bouncing that right back to your hand for sure. Wonder if the opponent's looking up the ruling of whether it can use its effect now. The answer is no. You do not get to banish, because you declared an attack. Alrighty. Wave Motion Cannon. Yes. 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 Alright. I do think I probably have to send back BLS. If that's a Moth, though... No, I definitely just have to send back the BLS. Alright. Yeah, we just have a Dark in the graveyard. If it's a Moth, it's a Moth. Is what it is, right? We'll, we lose the Nightmare Wheel. Reset Golem Sentry. Reset Stealth Bird. And now I kind of do want to set Morphing Jar. No. No, I don't want to do that yet. Just going to play the Wave Motion Cannon and pass the turn. I just don't want to draw the opponent into an MST or a Heavy Storm to deal with this Wave Motion Cannon when it just kills in 2 turns. Kills in 1 turn, actually, because I got Stealth Bird. Yep, get a draw off a Deco. Alright, flip up Breaker, it's fine. I guess we have an answer to something here. Yep, take 100. 1900. Good year. Duo. Alright, Wing Blast. Target? The Wave Motion Cannon. Okay. That's fine. I don't feel like I want to send any of these back to the hand with a Golem Sentry, right? Let's just... activate Delinquent Duo. Get that BLS out of your hand. And a Sork? Okay. Pretty happy about that. Reset Stealth Bird. I'm getting the Wave Motion Cannon back. So again, I don't think there's any reason to Morphing Jar. The opponent, you know, has any set monsters now. We can just keep bouncing them. With Golem Sentry, they have to keep attacking the Stealth Bird. Card destruction. Okay. Oh, they the opponent didn't have any cards in hand. That's funny. All right. So they're just going to concede. They definitely didn't need to concede there, but we take those. God, we're going to game 3, up a game. This has been a wild one. My bad for the sloppy play in the first game of this, but I did say at the beginning of the series, you're going to see all of the misplays. I misplay too. Who would have known? I've certainly never made misplays on YouTube before, right? That's okay. I just forgot about like the ceasefire, and that screwed up my sequencing for things. Ended up not getting super punished. We didn't win the game, but we drew, so... Okay. I'm pretty happy with this hand. Just knock the monster, set everything, set morphing jar, profit. With a wave motion cannon? Alright. No dust shoots? No dust shoots. Okay. We are in there. Let's just throw down this Nobleman of Cross out. Alright, get the decos out of there. Love to see that. Give me some coffee while the opponent's searching the deck. Alright. Probably already shuffled the hand, but we'll give it another good shuffle. Activate Wave Motion Cannon. Set Judgment. You're up, opponent. I feel really good about my position, especially if you don't have a heavy storm here. I can actually protect the Morphing Jar. No, not a knock. I'm not going to Judgment this. I'm just going to let the Morphing Jar go. It's fine. And I'm definitely not going to Cease Fire to protect it. I think we're doing all right. We got Cease Fire plus Nightmare Wheel plus Wave Motion Cannon. We got some burn going here. We're going to summon it in attack position. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'm going to Nightmare Wheel. I'll protect. Get some extra damage going here. And Golem Sentry is a good draw. I don't really want to use it on this Gravekeeper Spy, of course, because we got a Nightmare Wheel on it, but... Yep, opponent sets a monster. We will use Golem Sentry on that for sure. Ooh, another Nightmare Wheel? I don't mind if I do. Yep, flip up the boy. Send this on back to hand unless you've got something to say about it. Appears not. Reset, and yeah, I'll set another Nightmare Wheel. That's fine. We can activate this Ceasefire at any point to clear the back row if we need to. But we are dealing massive amounts of damage at this point. Yep. Reset the face down. Let's see what I draw. Another Nightmare Wheel? I'm going to go ahead and Nightmare Wheel this too, then. How about you take another 500, opponent? And I kind of don't even want to get greedy with this Wave Motion Cannon. I kind of just want to pop it now. Set another Nightmare Wheel. Yep. I'm going to do that. Get rid of the Wave Motion Cannon. Take a nice chunk of 3,000 damage, opponent. And I actually have lethal in the next turn. I can Nightmare Wheel anything that the opponent has. They take 1,500 and the flip Cease Fire. Kill. Summon Magician of Faith. Okay. Torrential Tribute. I think this is a juicy Ceasefire. Oh, no. I can Solemn Judgment this. Do I Solemn Judgment this? Yeah, I'm going to Solemn Judgment this, I think. Interesting that you Solemn Judgment a Torrential Tribute that would have been a -3. This better be a good card, opponent. If that's all you're going to play, I think you lose. I think you lose. Proceed to standby phase. You take 1,000. Okay. I'm going to set this Book of Moon. And maybe I was supposed to Nightmare Wheel as well. Nah, it's fine. I'll just pass the turn here. Play around that being potentially Mystic Walk. I guess if I had Nightmare Wheel there, I need to I need to stop and do some math. Good lord. All right. So, opponent already left, but I'll give him the GG. little bit of missequencing in that last in that first game there, and probably could have afforded to like flip the Nightmare Wheel on my draw phase in that last game, just because my opponent would take 1,500 to put them at 1,500. So then on the next turn, they have to deal with a Nightmare Wheel. I just kind of holding it back, sort of just out of like muscle memory, just like, I'll hold this for another monster because it's not necessary to flip it now. But what are we at? We're at 177. Notable jump again. We are 4-0. Unfortunately, this video is like already an hour long. So, mom walked in at some point. I'm gonna edit that out. But yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Just getting to chill. I hope you guys like the Q&A part of it. I'd like to keep that going. So if you all have any questions for me, definitely ask. But yeah, don't mind the misplays. But we're gonna cut this here. But we will, of course, go over and check out the ELO screen so you all can see that, and it's not just a little bitty Pac-Man thing that you can barely see the line of. We are here. Once again, you cannot see me. I am behind a camel. Yeah, no, look at that. We are 4-0. We are at 177 ELO, so we are almost a fifth of the way there. Now, obviously, once you start getting up to like 600, 700, it gets a lot harder to climb. So we've got a lot of work to do, but looking forward to it. Hopefully we can just keep the undefeated streak and we'll get to 1,000 in like 20 matches or something. I doubt that's gonna happen, but yeah, we'll wrap this up now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be back with the next one.